Say that no one wants to listen to what I have to say. So I turned on my computer and started a weblog. Blog TV. I wanna be on blog.
That's a nice song.
You sing a nice song.
But a bit cheesy though.
Welcome to Bogtv. Thanks for joining us once again. I'm the Flying Dutchman and he's Pin. Okay, now this is how it works, dude.
Yeah.
I've often thought that one day I'd be an MP.
Oh dear. Why?
Because I think it would ring out rather nicely. MPFD. It's quite nice.
Okay, what are we talking about on the show today?
Okay, what are we talking about? A couple of things. One, do you
I'm
even
not voting
know?
for you, by the way.
Do you even know who your MP is? That's number one. What do you want your MP to do for you? And what relationship do young Singaporeans actually want to have with their MPs? What connection do they want to have?
If at all.
Now we've got a poll question running. As Singaporeans, who do you feel most connected to? 1, my MP. 2, Caldecott celebrities. 3, the Merlion. And 4, Miss Singapore Universe. You get involved by sending us an SMS. Bogtv space either 1, 2, 3 or 4, depending on what your answer is. Send it to 73388. Get involved on the website, blogtv.sg. You can send your votes in there as well. And Shoutbox. We want your comments. Answer the questions I just gave you. What do you feel? What do you want from your MP? What connection?
Well, it's lucky for you that we have an actual MP on the show today to give you some career tips.
Oh, lovely.
Good luck. Let's meet our guests. We have on my left, this is Chun Seong. He lives in Potong Pasir and he's actually voted in the last 3 general elections.
Well done.
This is the actual MP we have.
Yes.
Bae Young King. Welcome to the show. And we also have Scott. You see, these two don't need last names because they're not MPs. This is Scott, who works at a French company that explores the use of social media for advertising. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. We'll start with you, Scott. What do you want your MP to do for you?
Well, on my head, actually, I don't have an answer for what I want my MP to do for me, but I'd like to say I have an idea of what I want my MP to do for fellow Singaporeans, because I do see a lot of Singaporeans in need of assistance, and I just would like to know that the MP is actually helping these really, really poor people and people who just can't get by day to day, and that's what I would like my MP to do for my fellow Singaporeans, because I don't think I want my MP to do anything for me in particular.
Okay.
Cool. Chun Seong?
For me, I do not really need my MP to do anything for me as per se, because I do not need anything from him.
Okay.
But what he can do is he can be more available to the general public who needs his help, like the poorer Singaporeans who are financially in need, and to those who need more welfare, and probably to the families who need more help during this economic crisis.
So is that your job, basically? Is that all you're here for, to solve problems for poor Singaporeans?
Not the full job, but a major part of our work is really to take care of the more underprivileged residents in our area, yes.
How does it make you feel to hear these two young people say that they don't need a connection with your MP?
Well, I mean, I hear that they don't see the need of approaching the MP for help because they think that other people need the help more. I think I'm heartened by that. It means we can really focus more time on those who need our attention. But I think as MP, we also need to reach out to other residents as well, even though it's not help that they need. Okay,
speaking of those other residents then, what's the difference between, or that you found, between what young people want and what the older people want?
My area in Queenstown, we have a lot of elderly.
You have an older ward?
Yes, older ward, yeah. So, and many of them are low income, so they need financial assistance and things like that. And for some, it's just about because they may not be educated. They may come to me and say, I don't know what this letter is about. I can't understand English, can you read for me? I have some simple requests like that, which I'm happy to help. Younger residents sometimes would be more about their own aspirations, like for example, getting a flat in my area, for example, to live near parents or get a housing loan and things like that. So different needs, I'll say a slight difference.
Okay, but just for the sake of everybody here, let's just tell the guests and our viewers what the MP's job is.
Okay, now this is according to some research we've done. The MP has 2 roles, one in Parliament and one in the constituency. Their role in Parliament is to fine-tune existing policies and to have a hand in making new ones. Their role in the constituency is to take care and better the lives and living environment of the people in their charge. Now, over the last 10, 20 years, the role of an MP has widened somewhat. They now run town councils. It's become more localized. An MP can make decisions to layouts of estates to better the lives of people. And this applies to all MPs who have a seat in
And
Parliament.
it doesn't say anywhere in there the role of the MP is to help me find a house in this area.
No, not really.
No. Okay. Need to ask you this. So people come up to you and they ask you to solve problems for them.
Yeah.
But how much power do you actually have to solve these problems?
Some are within our powers. I mean, actually majority is really, I mean, there are national guidelines, government guidelines that we need to adhere to. I think our role is to point out maybe certain special circumstances in the case to warrant for special consideration by the government.
So it's like an administrative job of sieving through requests and what can be done, what can't be done, and
Well,
putting them to
I
the
don't
right.
make the decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my role is really to speak up for my residents. So if there's a problem, even it may be against the law, the rule, we still put our case for them to try to justify it as strongly as we can. And the government agency would have to assess it on a case-by-case basis.
So very simply though, if I complain to you, do you have the power to help me?
You have the power to put it in a process.
Yes, that's right. But we cannot break the law
Yeah.
just because you asked me, just because you came to me as an MP.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you, before you became an MP, did you think you would have like more power, or is this exactly what you expected?
I think after these 3.5 years, I realized there are some ways that we can make a difference.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the processes in place actually do involve the MPs.
Yeah.
So that's where we can give our inputs and maybe challenge the current way of doing things, challenge the government policy.
Okay.
And as MPs, we do have some leeway to push a case. And I think that's where we can make a difference.
Scott, do you think that the MPs have power?
Well, my perception would be not that much because I always believe that the bureaucracy will probably hold them back because case by case basis is usually going to be really slow, and I just think that there isn't as much power as we thought that they would have, because I would think that really red tape will probably slow a lot of things down. Yeah.
Jun Seong, where do you stand? You come from Potong Pasir. Things got to be a little more difficult for you there.
Yes, it really depends on. I agree with what Mr. Bay said. It depends on what kind of request you present to him. After all, they do have a lot of red tape and bureaucracy within the structure itself. And I guess when you present them with a request that is simply beyond them, like they can't do, like let's say you go to them and say, I receive a traffic summon. I'm a resident here. Why should I be penalized?
Yeah.
You know, it's something like this. You broke the law, and yet you want them to help you to escape punishment.
Yeah.
I guess that's not really possible.
I go back to that bureaucracy and the red tape and all that. Is that why you have no expectations of your MP? You've got no connection with him because you just think no matter what, it's going to take me too long?
Yeah. Does that link together?
Is that is actually the reason?
Yes.
Because it's just
Correct.
going to take you too long.
No
Yes, you might as well
expectations,
just
you
pay the
have no
fine, get it
connection.
over and
No
done
connection.
with.
Oh. Does that break your heart a little bit?
Well, it's okay, if the residents can take care of themselves, but as long as they're not disappointed in us, I mean, as in that we are not doing our job, I think that's fine.
Okay, we're going to play the game right now before we take a commercial break, right? Here's what we do. I'm going to roll the dice, and wherever we end up, you're going to tell me who the MP is in that particular constituency.
I concede defeat, 'cause,
and
you know.
that
Oh, come on, just write it
okay?
down.
We have
What's the
specific
forfeit?
divisions right here. You're going to buy us a drink after the show.
You'll
you
write
can
it
write
on
it
your
down
board.
on your drawing block. Ready? Here we
Let's
go.
go,
Big money.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we are in Bishan, Toa Payoh GRC, Bishan East Division.
Bishan East
God.
Division.
To find out
Can we
if
get
these people
help?
get it correct, because you cannot Google it right now, join us after the break. We'll see you in just a bit. No cheating.
I have no answer at all.
What's the answer?